morning. It is day 2 here on Icon of the Seas of our 7-night Eastern Caribbean adventure. Today is all day at sea, and then tomorrow is also another all day at sea before arriving at our first port of call in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we had a pretty good sleep last night and getting ready to get our day started. The kids are still sleeping, but I'm about to go down to guest services and handle some business first. But yeah, let's see what today has to start for us. What's your favorite part so far?
I was yesterday.
Okay, what did you do yesterday? Come here. What you drawing, son?
I'm drawing all the characters for my next comic that I'm doing.
Logan, there's a chalkboard outside the door.
So you can put...
So on this day, we actually decided to do something a little different for our cruising. We decided to go to the main dining room area for breakfast. And for those of you who don't know, yes, the main dining room actually has a breakfast service. But because today was Sunday, they actually had a brunch service, which combined, the best elements from both lunch and breakfast. And if you know anything about us, we kind of like brunch. You would have thought this was the most fanciest restaurant that my children have ever been to. They were so impressed by the way that the waiters were taking the napkins and laying them across their laps that you would have thought we were at some 5-star restaurant. Indubitably pinky out. Pinky out.
Pinky out when you drink your water in your fine glass.
Mr. Fancy.
I am done with you.
No pinky up today?
No.
No. So overall, if you know anything about the main dining room experience, it mirrors that of the Windjammer, just that the food is a little bit more elevated and a little bit more nicely presented, but it's the same kind of concept. The food that's being served in the Windjammer is generally the same food that's being served in the main dining, and vice versa. So I would say for this dining experience, it was exactly what we anticipated it to be. The bacon, the French toast, and all the good stuff. Our family had a good time. I would say the chicken and waffles are probably not a hit. The chicken's not that good, and the waffles are a little bit soggy, and they don't really bring you syrup, but I would recommend it for the overall dining experience. So we're here on deck, what is this, 5? And we are waiting for one person in our party to get some Starbucks. And we're just chilling on what's called, I think this is referred to as the patio. And it's a really, really nice spot here on Icon of the Seas. It's actually the spot where you get on the ship for the first time. And you enter through one of those entrances. And there's 2. It's a really, really nice spot to view the ocean. My kids are enjoying themselves. You guys having a good time?
Yes.
How's it been so far, Olivia?
10 out of 10.
Nice. And Logan, how's it been so far for you?
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10. What was your favorite part between yesterday and today?
The pool.
The pool? And Olivia, what was your favorite part about yesterday and today?
Pool.
The pool?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to do next, Olivia?
I want to do the water slide.
Want to do water slides?
Yeah.
And Logan, what do you want to do next?
Kids club.
Kids Club? Okay. So the one thing I don't like about at least the Kids Club stuff is that it doesn't seem to make sense, like the flow of the schedule, the way they operate. Now granted, this is my first time ever really participating in the Kids Club, because when Logan was on his last cruise, he was 3 years old and we just kind of dabbled in it a little bit. But they had a session that started at 11, and then by 2, not even 2, like by, because we got there like at 1, they closed it, kicked everybody out, and then had this long, massive line of people waiting, and no signs saying why this was a line here, nothing. And then they shut the watertight doors, or just the fire doors, to the room, never said anything. And if it wasn't for the fact that there was this lady saying, yeah, I think this line is for the family bingo, we would have been standing in the line trying to just put our kids in the Kids Club. So they shut the Kids Club down to have a bingo thing. And it's weird because I'm like, you shouldn't shut the whole club down to do that one event. Like, that should be a section and not something where you shut the club down. I mean, the kids area down. And if you're going to do a family bingo where it's going to be a lot of people, maybe you don't do it in the kids club, because then you're kicking all the kids out who don't want to do family bingo to go do their own thing. I didn't like that. And I think the only reason why I don't like it is because there's no signs saying kids club closing. They have a lot of digital screens. You would think that some of the screens would be able to be used to be like, coming up, kids club ends in such and such amount of hours, and then family bingo. But there's nothing that's warning you about it. And I think the lack of the warning part was frustrating. Not that the fact that they definitely closed it, although I would think that, like I said, if they take a bingo and put it in like another space, because you shouldn't shut down a whole kid area to do an event, which I think is, but I don't plan cruises, so I don't know. But other than that, we are having a great time. We got our things fixed, and we're just enjoying watching the ocean. Is it good? Tell me about it.
So the green sea monster tastes like Mr. Potato. Mango punch, lemonade, and apple juice.
Thank you, man. I want a high five too, man. A high five? Yay! Yay! Tell the people, what does it taste like?
It's like sugar with pink lemonade.
Okay, is it good? Okay. Here in the Overlook, and when I tell you this thing is amazing, it is amazing. And for it to be completely open to the sunlight is very cool in here. So this is dope. And although not the same, the Overlook gives you the vibe of a solarium, which is missing from the Icon of the Seas class of ships, but it gives you that feeling because it's a nice, open, expansive view, and it's peaceful and it's kind of quiet. And although there are no pools or hot tubs here, the Overlook is a great space if you want to get away from all the hype that's going on around the ship. It took me a little power nap. Now I'm about to go get the kids. Just need a formal dress tonight. And we're gonna get back, get dressed, and then we have hibachi, well, Izumi, for dinner. So that's gonna be fun. So what do you see? You see a what?
I see a Norwegian.
A Norwegian cruise ship?
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Let's see, that is the Norwegian. Hi, Norwegian.
I forget the name of these.
Edamame.
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 Edamame. What is this ball in the middle though?
I don't know. I think
I think it's where they get all the carbonation from.
So as y'all see, I had no idea what that little ball was in the middle of my son's Japanese soda. But let me tell you, the Izumi experience was much more elevated than I was anticipating it to be. Yeah, they don't have the fire that you traditionally expect at that type of restaurant, but the service and that rice was just simply from the Lord above. If you're ever on any ship with Izumi, definitely check it out. So tonight was the first of two formal nights, also known as Dress Your Best. And one thing about the formal nights on a cruise ship is that they're kind of optional. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. But it's always fun walking around the ship and seeing all of the passengers representing whatever the theme night is. And I would say Icon was no different. People were looking nice. People were looking their best. And it was great seeing so many families dressed with their coordinated outfits. So we ended our night by catching a show, of course, and this was The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is not a new story, but Royal Caribbean's take on it was simply amazing. I will say this was Royal Caribbean's best production that I've seen, at least in the Royal Theater, and of course, the kids absolutely loved this production.
So just put the kids to bed, and I'm getting ready to go to the jazz club while they go to sleep and see what that is talking about. But The Wizard of Oz was absolutely spectacular, and I mean Royal Caribbean's best production, even with the technical difficulty in the very beginning, and which is unfortunate because I knew that this part of the show was like a 60-40% chance of it not working because almost everybody who's reviewed the show said they had a technical difficulty. So you kind of knew it was coming. You were just hoping it would be one of those shows that kind of was able to go straight through it. But unfortunately, it's the one part of the show that you know something's about to go wrong because it's a very technical piece. But it was about a 8-minute downtime, and then it was back up and running, and the show went straight through. And it's still, even with that, it was amazing. I would hope by 6 months in, they would have figured out a workaround, but I think the workaround is that they don't cancel the show after the technical difficulty. They just kind of skip to the part that's after that part. So it was a real good experience. The kids, the family, everybody loved it, and I think it was Royal Caribbean's best production by far. And on top of that, the actresses and the actors could actually sing. The orchestra wasn't drowning out their voices like if you go on any some of these other Royal Caribbean shows, the music is so loud that you can't hear that the singers can't actually really sing that good, or maybe they can sing good, but you can't tell because the music completely overpowers their voices. But this one is very, very well done. The special effects, the singing, although I don't think everybody was actually singing. I think some of that was like dubbed over, but that's neither here nor there. But it was still great production value. But yeah, 10 out of 10.
So, went to the jazz bar and had a fantastic time. My brother, my sister, and my brother-in-law joined me. And it was a pretty good showtime. Now I'm about to try this smokehouse chicken sandwich from the Pearl Cafe. See what it's hitting for. It's a little hot because they just took it out the machine. It's good. It's not a smokehouse. It's just a barbecue pork chicken sandwich thing. The biscuit is pretty decent. There's some kind of something on here. It's not bad for 12:20 in the morning. On this Monday morning. And now, I'm going to eat this cookie. Wish y'all get your cookie that I took a bite of already.